Hey guys, Daniel here from Southside Media. In today's video, I'm going to be giving you some tips, mainly to business owners who are looking at picking up their video game and learning more about how to incorporate video into their businesses. So I've got 10 things to go through with you today, and hopefully you find it valuable and you'll be able to apply the principles that I teach into your business. So just a little bit about me to get started. I started off as a videographer. Probably about 8 years ago. I'm mainly doing real estate photography and videos for real estate agents. And over the time, it's developed into helping small businesses use video to help with their engagement. As it currently stands, I do content days. So I'll have businesses come to a certain house or somewhere where we've organized, and they'll go through and create a month or two's worth of content. Then I will produce, edit, into different video ratios, and then I'll post them out all over their social media platforms. So been doing that for probably 8 years or above. I've also done video weddings, wedding videos, and that's always been a highlight, seeing two people get married and start their lives off together. And so that for me is a joy when I get to film those things. But in today's video, I just thought I would start giving tips out, because I know that with small business owners, they've got a lot on their plate. You know, they're doing their accounting, they're running their staff, they're at the front counter, and they've got a lot of hats that they're wearing, and video and marketing sometimes gets pushed to the side or given to someone else and doesn't really get monitored. But the purpose of the videos that I'll start launching out is to help you as a business owner get an understanding of what you can use videos for and what subjects to shoot, and later on I'll share how to shoot them on your phone. So hoping that will bring some value to you as a business owner. So firstly, we're going to talk about storytelling. You remember when you're a kid and your mum or your dad opens up a book and tells you a story, and as a kid you're engaged, you love it, you listen to the story, your imagination goes wild, and as a kid it's awesome, can't wait to hear the story before you go to bed. That's if you're lucky enough to have had that happen. These days most kids are on their phones too much, but parents, when they open up the book and tell the story, kids are engaged. That storytelling process has been with us ever since we're kids. So whenever someone tells a story, whether it's at a party or an engagement or some sort of business functioning where you're just shooting the breeze, someone starts telling a story, you become engaged and you become involved in the story. And usually it's a funny story if it's at a party or something like that. Let me tell you about Joe, he did this on the weekend, and it just becomes one of those things that you become involved in. So storytelling, the whole purpose of me telling you that is storytelling is so powerful and engaging. So as a business owner, that principle is really important. Get good at telling stories. Here's another point with storytelling. A lot of the time as a business owner, you want to be able to let other customers or potential customers know that you've done a good job for somebody else. And usually that comes in the form of a testimonial video. The problem with that is, it's not the problem, but one of the challenges that you face as a business owner getting a testimonial video from a client is no one likes to be on video, and it's really hard for them to jump on a camera and talk, unless of course they're that type of person. For example, me, I actually hate being on camera. I prefer to be on that side of the camera, but I realize the importance of engaging videos to help my business grow as well. So I'm actually living or eating the words that I'm teaching you now. So because it's hard to get people to share testimonials, you don't need to do that if you're a good storyteller. So you can tell a story of a customer's experience that they've had with you and portray that across in video using B-roll footage or other footage to help create the story. That has the same effect as a testimonial video in a story, if you can't get testimonial videos. So if you become good at telling stories as a business owner and engaging with your clients with the stories that you tell, it's going to help you to get more business. Now, how do you get your story across? Whenever I'm meeting with a new business owner who I'm trying to get them to tell a story about a success or about a product that they're launching, I always ask them these 4 questions. Number one, what was the first thing that the client came to you for? Or what is the purpose of them coming to you? So that's the first thing, just that one question, and you only answer that question within that time frame. Number two, what were the challenges that client faced when they came to you? So what were the things or the issues that they were facing that they came to you for? And number three, how did you overcome the challenges for that client? And then number four, what was the outcome? Now, those four questions can be applied across any platform. It can be a product or a service. You can tell a story about something or someone using those four questions. So those are the tips around storytelling that I'd like to share with you today. Okay, the second thing I wanted to cover off with you today as a business owner is when you do videos, keep it short and engaging. 15 to 30 seconds is ideal. And the reason why you want to have short form videos is because people's attention span is very, very small. These days, people are scrolling. So when you're posting up an ad or a story or a reel, the shorter the better. So less is more. Now, I might be telling you this, and this video is really long. The purpose of this video is an educational video, and it's going to be long, and you can come back to it. It's full of information to help you. So there's different forms of videos. There's long form and short form. But most of the time, when business owners are looking to engage with clients on a regular basis, short, sharp, and consistent is the best way. So the way that I explain it to clients is think of 3 to 4 at the most points that you want to get across in a short video. So for example, choose a subject. So for me, teaching you now, the subject is video marketing. So I'm teaching you how to do videos. So if I was doing a short engaging video, I'd teach 4 principles or 3 at the most. One could be how to shoot a video quickly on your iPhone. Number 2, how to post a video. And number 3, it could be how to engage better with your clients through storytelling. That's probably a dumb idea, but I mean a dumb way to put it across, but 3 to 4 points at the most, and only touch on those points briefly. Because the other thing is when you are creating an engaging short video, you want them to think, oh, I wish he said a bit more about this point. It's engaging, and they might subscribe to you, or they might contact you to find out the answers to the questions that you sort of covered over briefly. So keep it short, concise, 15 to 30 seconds, 3 to 4 main points, and keep it engaging by touching lightly on each point so that people want to know more about your product or your service. Okay, so the next thing we're going to talk about with you today is audio and captions. As a business owner, you want to put your best foot forward when you're doing videos. You want to look professional, sound professional, especially if you're in a professional setting. Obviously, there's businesses that may not have that style, but especially, if you're a real estate agent, or if you're someone in a professional type of business, like a building company, that people need to put a lot of trust in your services, because the product that you're selling or the service that you're selling is a high ticket product or service. Then you want to look the part and sound professional. So my 2 things that I want to teach you today is make sure you have good audio and you have captions. Captions are, they're key, because a lot of people are still scrolling on their phones, and they do stop and read what you're saying. And if the captions are talking about something of interest, they'll click on the video and they'll listen to the audio. If the audio that they click on is terrible and the wind's blowing, it's going to distract them from the message that you're trying to share, and also take away from your professional service that you're trying to portray across. So make sure that you invest in good audio and use captions as a part of your video. I'm going to put a link in the description below this video to a software that I use. It's fairly cheap. You can use it on your phone, and it does both. So if you're in a windy situation, or you're in an echoey room and you're trying to record a video on your phone, because a lot of us use our phones to record videos as business owners, it's the easiest way. This app will denoise, so it will take away the background music, but it'll also add the captions for you, and you can choose the different colors and fonts and styles. And the other reason why you want to use captions is because it captures attention, especially if it changes colors and it's got different things that pop up in different areas. It's going to just become more attractive to the eye. You're competing against so many other things on phones and tablets. You're in competition all the time, and people are so distracted with everything that's going on. So the more you can utilize captions or use good video or good vision, the more you can become better at doing video as a business owner, the better you are going to be at attracting and stopping the scrolling and having people pay attention to what you're saying. Okay, the next tip I'm going to share with you today is about using different angles and B-roll footage. If you don't know what B-roll is, it is footage of something that you're doing. So for example, if you're selling a product and you've got a product that you're showcasing, the B-roll footage captures the product from different angles, maybe using the product. Everyone's seen B-roll footage. It might be someone talking and then it shifts to B-roll footage. So use B-roll footage and also use different camera angles to switch between things so that people can remain engaged. Especially if you're talking about a product or a service, you want to capture as much B-roll footage as you can of either you doing the service or using the product. And that way people can engage with you more on video. Seeing the product in use always helps people go, oh, that's how it works, or that's how it opens up, or that they can relate seeing the product being put to use. So that's a really important one when doing videos, using those two things, B-roll footage and different camera angles. One of the most important things is to be consistent. Don't worry about how many people are liking, watching your videos. Who cares? Be consistent with your videos. This is one of the main things, because when you're consistent, people keep seeing you, and you climb up a ladder, and that ladder is becoming the leader in your industry. Let's use an example. If you're a local business in a smaller town, and you offer a service of, say, plumbing. If you're consistently uploading photos of before and after, if you're consistently doing videos about educating people how to use their taps better to save on the washers, so they don't have to continue to go to the local hardware store and buy washers over and over again. That's something that I've bought probably 1 million washers, and no plumber has ever taught me that it's not about that. It's about grinding the tap thing down so it's nice and straight. I had to learn that off YouTube. But if a local plumber is putting out value and is consistent with his value-adding videos, people will always look to that person as the professional in the industry. And then why would they go anywhere else if they're getting tips from a local plumber talking about different things that's helpful to them? So be consistent with your content. Don't worry about how many people are looking at it. Just be consistent. Over time, you'll climb that ladder of being the leader in the industry. Okay, my final tip today is probably the most important tip. And it's something that I've always realized as an important part of doing video marketing. But for me, over the past 8 years, I've been so busy with working in the business. I haven't had much time to work on the business. When I say on it, I'm always working on it, but not in this way, not doing value-adding videos. And so it's that mechanic story. The mechanic fixes everybody else's car, but his car is broken down sitting in the shed. It's that type of thing. But I've recognized the importance of being able to add value, which is this tip, adding value to your clients that you have now and the clients that are your potential clients that are watching your videos and getting value from your videos over and over again. So firstly, understanding who your clients are. So for me, as a videographer, as a content creator, my clients are small business owners, real estate agents, mainly just those two groups of people. And obviously that's a huge group of people. There's lots of small businesses in Australia. There's lots of real estate agents in Australia. But if I'm continuing to add value and being consistent in that value adding videos, then they're going to see me as someone that's able to offer them education that they'll look to. And when they're ready to make a decision around who to use for their content videos or who to use for their tips or whatever, they'll look to the person that's doing the most value adding video for them. So make sure that you are adding value to your clients on a consistent basis. Now, if you're struggling to find ways to add value to your clients, just think about all the things that you are doing in your service or product that help people. So for example, if you were, we'll use the plumber again. So the plumber, he's servicing people's homes. He's also looking after commercial properties, and his main thing that he wants to add value to is education around how to solve the everyday problems that people have. And there's heaps of problems with plumbing, you know, how to fix your taps easily, how to keep your washers from wearing. I'm only saying that because I've had the same problems. What happens if your toilet gets full to the brim? What are the steps to follow? What happens, why does your pipe shake? What's the cause of that? You know, there's so many different things that a plumber can offer as value to the local community. So think about all the things that you can offer value around your service or your product. List all of those, and then go to town about offering value. When you run out of those, do more. There's so many different things that you can talk about with your product or service to add value to either your current clients or clients that you're looking at bringing on board. So think about those two groups when you're doing videos about adding value. So hopefully these tips have been helpful to you as a business owner, and I look forward to sharing more tips as we go along.